My life has been quite a disaster for some time now, but I'm slowly coming around. Please don't judge me for my desk. It represents my day-to-day life. It's just a mess. Anyways, this video is more about vibrations that you get from props. And I think I found something really interesting that you guys tell me if you find the same things. This is a really interesting thing to test on your own crafts. Anyways, this is a frame design. I've always done all my frame testing and whatnot. I've got piles of carbon everywhere. But this is a frame design that's more recent that has been performing exceptionally well that I'm really surprised by. I'll talk about it more later, but that's not the point of this video. Let's take a look at what a typical black box log looks like from this frame. So this is a black box log with raw gyro. I'm not going to be posting the actual picture on the video. I'm just going to be recording it from my phone because that's not the point. If you want the logs, message me on Facebook. I'm happy to send them to you, but that's not the point here. What you're looking at is a raw flight, and it is dead. As you can see, there's nothing on the spectrum. If you look at the pitch, there's a little bit of something, but just trust me, or just don't trust. Believe when I say that what you're seeing here is just prop noise, just the prop vibration and nothing else. Nothing else on the craft is changing as I switch from prop to prop. So let's just go with that. Don't believe me that it's true, just believe that it's true for now for the purpose of this video. So let's just say that we're not seeing anything on this spectrum other than prop noise. Now let's take a look at a couple of props. So Gemfan recently sent me a box full of props to test some things, some new things, and a bunch of their old props as well, which is what ended up showing me that I'm actually seeing something that I believe to be consistent. So this is the 5236 prop. And what I have on the table here is the 5136 on top of the 5236. Really hard for me to show you, but it's just the 5236 is just ever so slightly longer. The orange one is the 5236. So what you would expect is that larger props tend to have overall more noise. When we take a look at the actual graph, compared to the 5136, seems pretty consistent. Looks like there's a little bit more noise on the 5236. You don't have to believe that this is true, just believe that it's true for the purpose of this video so that I can get to the point. This is the 51433, which is has always been my personal favorite go-to prop, but ever since the F4S prop came out, I've preferred that prop. The 51433 is a lot more durable and I would like to use it, but the F4S just feels so much more quote unquote locked in, that people like to say, in the air. This is a prototype Gemfan prop. This is what the prototype looks like. It is an unfinished blade. If you look at the surface quality, it is very unfinished. It is rough, it is not polished, and I don't think it is finished being balanced either. Comparing it to a finished blade, you can see that the finished blades are much shinier, just finished. They're just a finished blade. So this is a prototype prop. What you would expect to see from a prototype prop like that is unfinished is more noise. And clearly we're seeing more noise. So the point of showing you guys this is that it lends you to believe that what I say about the frame with respect to the vibration that you see on this chart is actually from the props. This is the F4S. Genuinely less noise than the 51433. This is why I believe I prefer the F4S. Now let's take a look at the HQ prop. This is the HQ prop. And I tested a bunch of props that I had, like a bunch of 51433s and a bunch of other HQ props. And I found that HQ props just tend to be much, much better balanced. I have always theorized that props that are well balanced are going to perform better in the air, give you less noise, less issues, and the craft hasn't changed. There's nothing that's changed about the craft. It's the same craft, no filters, nothing has changed. You don't need to say any of that stuff. But if you have a craft that generally has just less noise overall, it's going to feel better in the air no matter what. So I personally prefer Gemfan props, but I know many, many people prefer HQ props. I believe it's because HQ props are better balanced. And I believe that the reason why I prefer the F4S prop is because it just has less noise than the 51433. Even though the 51433 I think is aerodynamically superior because it is equally as fast, very good on throttle control, and slightly more, I feel like it's slightly more efficient than the F4S and a lot more durable than the F4S. I prefer the F4S because it just feels a lot better in the air. It just feels more locked in. Just the attitude of the quad just seems to work better. I think this is really interesting. And I think that this is a very, very small bit of evidence that I presented here, just trying to keep the video short. But I think that it would be interesting if somebody set up a test bench with a flight controller mounted to it and started testing the vibration profiles of props. And I think just by using a prop that is better balanced, you're going to get better flight performance. Now, I personally don't like HQ props because I find them to be inefficient, underpowered, and they're durable, but this is the HQ prop. They're durable, but they just don't perform the way I would like it to perform. I prefer the aerodynamics of the Gemfan props. I think they are generally more efficient and more powerful at the same time, and they still have excellent throttle control with good durability, although the F4S is not quite as durable as the HQ S5 blade, which is what I have here. Super interesting to me. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Floss your teeth.